Drivers out on track for qualifying then for the Nations Cup. One lap shootout once again here at the Willow Springs Big Willow Raceway. A stark contrast to what we saw just a few moments ago at the Red Bull Ring.
Yeah, F1 grade circuit versus sand dune, I think is similar here. Well, there's a reason for that. Big Willow is a very, very old school circuit, pretty much unchanged since the 60s. We used to race here in Cobra and GT40, stuff like that. So very different to be here in Group 3 cars. So interested to see how our drivers adapt. Of course, Quinton Hall is first out on circuit as well at the moment, as well as KEROKKUMA there as well. Our first group comprised of 8 drivers on circuit. They're released in 10-second intervals to give a bit of space to try and get their own lap time in as well. And interested to see how these guys get on. There's Lucas Benelli, the Brazilian driver for Audi, and he's someone who's been very quick, but I like the other Brazilians really. I think Corazza and Benelli, they just seem to be very fast, really aggressive, but never on the top step.
Yeah, it seems to be nearly men, don't we? We use that phrase quite a lot. Tomoki Yamanaka, meanwhile, has been a driver who we've talked about a lot, of course, over the last couple of years in the FIA Certified Gran Turismo Championships. We hold him in very high esteem as a result of his performances out on track. What about Adriano Corazza then? Sits only 13th in the standings after the World Series Showdown. He has got a lot of work to do to get himself up the sharper end of the field. Nikita Moisov only 11th in the standings coming into this one as well. The Czech driver, we know how quick he is. We saw that in the Olympic Virtual Series earlier on this year. But again, just needs that sort of kick up backside, so to speak, if I could put it quite brutally.
But to be honest, Tom, form is one of those things that comes and goes, and I don't know because I've been out of form for the last 10 years. Anyway, Quinton Hall is on his fast lap at the moment. And looking at the sectors, he does look very quick indeed, though he's only the first across the line at the time. We're going to see just very shortly as he comes across the line to break the beam, a 108.4. Wow, that's a very fast time right off the bat there from Quinton Hall, betting down the gauntlet for the rest of the field, and Nicky Romero behind can only do a 108.7, so quite a way off. Here is Lee, the Australian driver. What can he do there? Comes across the line as well, a 108.6, slightly faster than Romero, but still a way off Quinton Hall. Big time from him.
KEROKKUMA there, the Japanese driver, he comes to the timing line, 0.3 of a second down in the final sector. Over the line he comes, doesn't improve, doesn't gain any time, goes 4th quickest, the slowest out of the drivers that have set a lap time then so far. Now here then is Lucas Benelli. Here comes the Brazilian driver out of the final turn, over the timing line. What can Benelli do? Is it anything to write home about? Only 4th quickest. Yamanaka slightly faster behind the wheel of his R8. To the beam he comes, 3rd fastest then. So provisional 2nd row starts for the Japanese driver. Corazza then coming to the line now as well, the second of our Brazilians in this first group. What can he do? 7th quickest. Dear oh dear, not a lap time to write home about there at all.
Nikita Moisov, the last of our group, still about 2 tenths off Quinton Hall. Comes to the line, and it seems, well, a decent last couple of corners there from Moisov, but still 2.4 tenths off Quinton Hall. I can't overstate how impressive that time is there from the Belgian driver. There are some really, really fast guys in there, and to just go 2 tenths quicker straight away shows some serious pace.
18 years old is Quinton Hall. Let's see whether he is going to be able to line up on pole position as we get ready for our second of the groups to go out on track. Adam Sapai for the second group for round 3 of the Nations Cup in the World Series then. And Adam Sapai didn't have a particularly good manufacturer series race just a few moments ago. Let's hope that he can turn his fortunes around. The triple champ Takuma Miyazono then, again, not a very good manufacturer series by his standards. He'll have wanted to have been on the podium, and let's see whether the Nations Cup will be a bit more fruitful.
There's a smile. Angel's got a smile, hasn't he? That's what I like to see.
Have you been deploying your tactics on him?
He's having a little pre-stint encouragement. And for our good, well, they're having a great time. So this is what I like to see here. But of course, Igor and Angel. Angel is a driver that I always like to see do well, because his reactions whenever he does well is just worth worth the wait. Coque Lopez as well. He's done well this season actually as Coque. I mean, we tend to say he sits around sort of 3rd, 4th every now and then, but when he does feel like he's on fire, he'll come and get himself a decent place. So he's currently 4th in the standings. Thank you very much, Tom, for pointing that out for me. Very kind of you.
Yeah, very nice. Well, thank you. You're welcome.
Thank you for the stats, mate.
No problem. It's all right. It's what I'm here for. Yeah, 4th in the standings. That's brilliant. That's one of the best performances we've seen of him so far in 2021. We know how quick that Koke can be. What about Ryota Kokkonen then? Let's see whether this Big Willow circuit is going to be profitable. Coming through this really tricky right-hander. That circuit sort of drops away from you as you come down that hill there, doesn't it? It's a much trickier corner than it looks on paper.
Yeah, I mean, I hate the circuit. I'm terrible with it. There's a lot of elevation changes, and as you can see, there's no runoff, just the American undergrowth. So you just go flying in, and if you do get off the circuit, you just accelerate as you go off. It's that's that kind of track around here. So just a little reminder, if you don't know, our Cup standings so far: Gallo is our leader in Nations Cup so far on 12 points. KEROKKUMA on 10 points behind him, and there's currently a tie for third between Jose Serrano and Koke Lopez. First times starting to come in now for our second group. Adam Depay does a 108.7, puts himself bang in the middle. Takumi Miyazono, we expect a fast lap here from our Japanese driver. What can he do? Oh, all right then, P2 there. He was a bit slow in the middle sector, but came good right on the last sector, but still a 10th off Quintin.
Not bad at all there for him. Just under 4/10 of a second adrift in that final sector for Angel Inestrosa. Can the Chilean driver do anything about it? No, he can't. He goes slowest of all the drivers who have set representative lap times in this session. Igor Fraga, a 10th of a half adrift or so in the final sector, goes third quickest. Provisional second row start for the Brazilian driver, the 2018 Nations Cup champion. Here comes Koke Lopez, 3/10 of a second adrift. What can the Spaniard do as he comes towards the timing line? It's only 12th fastest. That's a disaster for Koke Lopez. The other Spaniard, Jose Serrano, meanwhile, will be grinning from ear to ear because he was less than a 10th down as he comes to the line. What can he do? It's second quickest and provisional front row.
Still a 10th though off of Quintin Yahul. Valerio Gallo, of course, our current points leader, needs a good position here if he wants to retain that points lead. Oh, what a lap there from Valerio Gallo. Just not quite the same as Quintin Yahul, but still the only other driver to get into the 108.4s. Here comes Ryota Koke, but he needs a good result. And it's not. It's P15. Not going well there for Ryota Koke.
So the end of qualifying then, Quintin Yahul is on pole position from Valerio Gallo, Serrano and Miyazono was line up on the second row.